But yes, we are just waiting on, we're still waiting on one runner to finish. So lately our seeds have been very sank heavy. Not sank heavy per se, but they've had sank required a lot.
Yeah.
And not even just like Spider's Treasure sank. We're talking like main research having power bombs. And
They say I'm slightly louder than you.
slightly louder.
Oh, someone else says we're both clear and crisp.
Alright, so, good. We'll take that. Oh, and it looks like we're all good.
All right.
And I accidentally hit the wrong button. Yeah, we should be starting in just a second here.
Yeah. Still a delay on our end.
Yeah, it's about a minute. So, confession time, I accidentally hit ready instead of forfeiting quit racing the race time.
Oh, that happens.
It doesn't affect the race in any way, it's just minor blunder on my part, but yeah, we'll get started in a second. So, for those who are not familiar with the Prime 2 randomizer, the goal of our runners is to collect the 9 Sky Temple keys and simply get to the Sky Temple Gateway. We actually do not have final bosses enabled for this. You will be seeing plenty of them in the tournament, or we hope you'll. I hope you'll be seeing plenty of them in the tournament. But again, we're still we're still finalizing that all, and we'll come back to you with that in about a week or so. But it looks like we have a Vanilla Violet start in the main energy controller here.
Yeah, happens 8 times out of 10.
And we see a
You
hint from
need it
Loke
to get
here.
out.
And we see that the space jump boots are in communications area, so they are bomb locked today.
Okay. You
We
could
are,
end up getting bombs and transport Aegon,
they're
which may lead
probably
us back there.
they're either there or they're right here on Alpha Splinter. Usually the
Yeah.
game gives you missiles, bombs, and space jump relatively early, but we've had stranger things happen before.
Oh yeah. Right now they're just fighting Dark Alpha Splinter. You would normally hear boss music, but since they started at the energy controller, it triggers this music.
Yeah, it should be noted that if you're wondering, actually no, we'll talk about it in like a minute. It's a little too early here, but yeah, Alpha Splinter does not mess around. Just a base impact does 15 damage, although base impact from Dark Alpha Splinter does 20. So runners are gonna have to watch out because this is one of the easiest things to kill you in the early game.
Yeah. Personally, I've had more trouble with the pre-dark phase. Just because
Yeah,
it's hard to gauge when he's going to jump at you.
it's not only that, it's that and the fact that you lose target reticule,
Yeah,
which means you can't quote unquote scan dash.
right.
I don't know if Loke here's Dark Alpha Splinter was just drunk or something, but it was clearly like 40 degrees off in that last lunge. And just a dark ammo tank out of Dark Alpha Splinter for our runners. I think both of our runners are actually a little closer together than the streams would have you think. We're gonna get you guys synced up in just a moment.
Yeah, you can tell by the timers.
Looked like a light ammo tank in Transport B access, so nothing of interest just yet. That item took a downgrade from last week.
Now, when they get out here, they're going to have to run for another cut. There's 2 cutscenes. One's going to trigger some dark energy that is very lethal. And the next one they run into will cancel that out. But if they were to come in from the opposite side, they would have to run out of the room and reload it before they get killed.
So, if anyone wants to validate early, they can do task jump.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's an energy transfer module on temple assembly sites, so that is of absolutely no consequence to our runners because that does literally nothing. Gonna get another hint from the key bearer here that a cursed
Key.
lake is a key.
Of course, as usual.
Yeah, cursed lake has been taking relevance quite frequently in the weeklies. And just
Figured
as you
those to be
predicted.
there.
Yeah, just as you predicted. And so probably going to see our runners go, oh, looks like all the Torvis keys are in Torvis and Dark Torvis.
Convenient.
Yeah, the red key hints are thankfully no longer, individual key red keys are no longer hinted. They're now given a group hint like so. So yeah, it looks like both our runners are going to double bomb jump, or Lokir's at least trying to bomb jump his way back up. Crash is going to follow suit here. This can be done with a double bomb jump, but it's very tricky.
Yeah, a double bomb jump and unmorph. The unmorph, in my experience, is what seems to propel me upward the most. At least at the top.
Yeah, unmorphing airborne is weird sometimes. Sometimes you get to keep your momentum, other times you drop like a rock. It has to do with like the timing formula for like BSJs and stuff, where if you're at that magical, yeah, Loki, you don't have missiles yet. Now, if our runners really wanted to, they could gamble a push to GFMC after Space Jump, but that would be dangerous because they don't currently have a way back. They would either need power bombs, screw attack, or missiles to get through the Transport A access.
Yeah, missiles tend to be an Aegon a lot, so might be worth going there first. And if they have bombs, so they can do Jump Guardian and then do GFMC in one go if they find Space Jump before they get back. Well, yeah, obviously. Yeah, they can do it in one go now.
And we see that Ink Reliquary is a beam-related upgrade, so unless Annihilator Beam is in there, that is not important. And yeah, as expected, both runners are not going to gamble GFMC just now. Although it would be hilarious if one of the best things you can find in there are progressive suits or grapples or main power bombs, besides missiles, obviously. But yeah, getting two progressive items or duping a progressive item there just instantly trivializes so much of the game.
Yeah, my favorite is two grapples.
Absolutely. Especially with Space Jump already, we don't have to worry about screw attack and Z-axis shenanigans.
Yeah.
It is possible to get the item on the ship with NSJ screw attack, but it is very difficult. I had to learn that on the spot once when I was in BK mode in a multi many months ago.
Yeah, I I remember trying that too in a multi and not getting it, but Gollop was telling me it was some kind of slope jump off of the side of the rock where you would normally start your space jump if you had it.
Pretty much.
You could make it there with a slope jump, single slope jump.
Alright, we're gonna get a look at what is in Mining Plaza, and
Couldn't tell.
Yep, nope. It certainly didn't look green. I saw something, but I couldn't tell at all what it was.
If it's green, then it's probably important.
It definitely was green.
Oh, I thought you said it was. My bad.
Yeah, I said I don't think it was green. Missile expansion in Mining Station Access. Nothing of a missile expansion is nice for now, but they won't be able to use it until they get the main missile launcher. In the weekly settings, we do require main missiles and main power bombs. Mining Station A, that looked like an ammo tank, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like an ammo turn.
And we got our first Aegon key in Portal Access A.
These were all in Aegon, right? If I remember correctly.
The Torvis keys are in Torvis, basically,
Oh,
is what we
oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah, hints are definitely big. I did not know you could reach
What?
that.
Me neither.
You learn something new every day, folks.
Yeah. I normally slope jump off of the like pillar of the wall there, like Crash just did.
Yeah, I knew about the walking along the railing to get to the bomb trigger, but I did not know about getting there from the ramp.
Right, me neither. Well, looks easier than the slope jump, so I'll start doing that.
Yeah, I might have to agree with you on that one. Unfortunately, our runners have not encountered any energy tanks. Luckily, they do have space jump, so going straight to Jump Guardian is going to be fairly easy. It is possible to get to and from Jump Guardian without space jump, but it is very finicky. More so precise than anything, but it looks like Crash is going to go left while Lokier is going to go right. So Crash wants to see what is on the Crossroads pillar, and it is an Inghive key, so we probably don't need that.
While Lokier is damaging Jump Guardian down before the fight starts because its hitbox is preloaded in the room, and it takes 22 fully charged power shots or 27 uncharged light shots, and then you go down into the bubble, start the fight, and 1 or 2 hits, and he's dead. Which
Yeah.
they patched in later versions.
Oh, but Crash has decided to go back for the Transport Center item and has found the main missile launcher in Transport Access.
Yeah.
Or Transport Center, excuse me.
Yeah, it's a good choice. It's always worth it to check that one item before going back towards Jump Guardian.
Yeah, that's going to be an advantage for Crash because he will now be able to check Trial Tunnel while checking Jump Guardian. Meanwhile, Jump Guardian has for us another missile tank. So for Lokier, that is going to end his Dark Aegon dive, while Crash is going to get another item.
Yeah, I wonder when Lokier would wrap this back in, because it would feel kind of out of the way once you get back to Light Aegon.
Probably one of Morbus is to confirm required.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, we have not seen a Morbus that much in the weeklies over the last 2 weeks. I think last week it was just Quad, because him and Umos 2 had a key. And
Been getting them a lot of them Morbus in casual races with
yeah.
weekly settings, but not in the actual weeklies, I recall.
Yeah, and it makes sense because you honestly don't need much for a Morbus technically. In this logic, you only need space jump and bombs, really, and space jump, bombs, and missiles, and that's about it. Well, and the keys, of course, but yeah, it's fairly common. You'll see maybe a beam or a movement system out of Morbus. Speaking of a beam,
Yeah, this is gonna give Crash an advantage here.
yeah, this actually is another check.
Yeah, you can check in cash for, and also Mine Shaft.
Yeah, in cache 4, mineshaft, storage B when we get to labs, storage D when we get to labs. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
going to work
look,
out pretty well for Crash at the moment.
yeah, Loki is gonna have to backtrack. Question is when.
Well, it doesn't look like Lokir is going straight back into Dark Aegon yet. Looks like he's probably going to go straight to the temple now that he's got bombs and missiles. That's enough to check Bomb Guardian, the energy controller, so that is 2 items.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Crash doing the ideal move of going to Trial Tunnel first, so that way you can not have to space jump back up to this area when you're finished with the fight. But it looks like Lokir is going to Labs. Is going to be able to check Command Center, Central Mining Station's actually out of logic. Could do a BSJ, but oh, nope, never mind. He just wanted to open the door.
It's always good to get good to get that over with in case you end up coming back out to the opposite side. Because I have had times where I've forgotten to do that, and I come back from that side. I'm like, oh, I have to go back around through that area. Hey, if I have spider, if I don't, I have to save warp and come back. So it's always good to open that up.
Yeah, one-way doors are the one-way doors are quite the troublemakers. We do see another red key in not Crossroads, Junction Site. That can either be Inghive or Aegon at this point. Crash coming back for us just in time to see what's in Cache 4, which is the Super Missile. Ooh, that's actually another check Crash can do in Dark Aegon. That opens up Warrior's Walk and Battleground, for that matter. So that's 2 checks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Crash just got revenge of the Prime 1 drop system and didn't get any health in that last run.
Nah.
But now properly gets Echoes dropped and gets the golden energy, is deciding to not go to Warrior's Walk.
Interesting.
Looks like he's headed back.
With no E-tanks, I could kind of understand. Because that one door to Battleground can be the worst enemy in the game sometimes.
Yeah,
Even if you shoot it long. Sorry, go ahead.
Especially if it loads late.
Yeah, like even if you shoot it way beforehand, you go up to it, you can still be waiting until your death before it actually opens.
Yeah, and an in-claw smoke cloud will wipe out an energy tank in like 2 seconds flat. It's not fun. Or funny.
If you're playing.
Well, true. Oh, we stand corrected here. Crash is going to go towards Warrior's Walk.
Oh, okay.
Might be choosing to safety save at the Dark Beam save station here. Maybe he was concerned about chancing the drop system. Yeah, I'm very curious as to why he turned, unless he had a moment of indecision there. Because I have those a lot too when I race. Or, you know, you're cutting it super close when you have only like 5 energy left.
Yeah. Looks like the streams are getting synced up. Yep.
Crash opens the door here, and we'll see what's in Warrior's Walk.
Did he save? I wasn't looking.
I don't think he saved. Pretty sure he just bulldozed into. That is a light ammo tank. He's gonna peek Battleground. Watch this be light beam. Whatever that is, it is not light beam. Alright, so Crash is electing to wrap this up, while Lokir is going to indeed attempt the bomb space jump to get the central to get the item in Central Mining Station. Also doing a very nice scan dash there to not have to use the Vigilance turrets and basically get the item on this layer instead of reloading the room. Very clever. Especially when it's a suit.
Yeah, the downside to doing it this way is that you don't get the hit for Battleground unless you reload the room and come back.
But yeah, suit is really nice, especially since we are still currently running tankless.
Yeah. Sure Crash would have went through the door if he had that. Or that.
Oh, that is not the ball upgrade I think Lokier wanted right now, but it does help here. So yeah, folks, that is Cannonball that Lokier just picked up. What that is that is an item, quote-unquote, that the game gives you when you are launched out of a kinetic orb cannon. And in the Cannonball state, it has three main properties. Number one is that in Morph Ball form you are immune to all damage. Number two is that vulnerable enemies take 50,000 damage per frame if they are vulnerable to Cannonball. Number three is that it automatically opens up any doors that had some kind of shielding on them that was not beam related.
And it gives you boost ball. But
Yes.
unlike real boost, it can't break crates or breakable walls that are normally breakable by boost. And if you go
Right.
into a cannonball, a morph ball cannon, you lose it. Because I think the state is achieved by some sort of trick involving those. And only the randomizer makes it an item that you can obtain. Otherwise,
Yes.
you have to do some tricks to get that state.
Yeah, normally in order to preserve the state after launching out of a cannon, you basically have to not hit the plates at the end of the launch, but usually you do that by unloading them, doing some out-of-bounds shenanigans.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lokier is going to go back to Temple Grounds and do the Dark Missile Trooper Jump Guardian sweep.
Oh, power bombs. Okay.
Whenever you see something shining like a Christmas tree, it is probably main power bombs. Or light beam. But yeah, main power bombs is another big plus too, because that is access to Sanctuary. And with Dark Suit, that actually does put Hazing Cliff into logic. Super is indeed one-hit KO Bomb Guardian. Bomb Guardian has 160-ish HP, and Supers do 180.
Yeah, you could also kill it with charged dark beam by shooting a charge shot. It'll freeze, and then you wait until a little sparkle flashes, and then you shoot it again.
And Dark Zero makes a good point. We actually can't access Hazing Cliff yet. We kind of have to access Vent Area A, and that needs Light Beam. We don't have that yet. Do you need Seekers for Spider's Treasure? You do not. You only need Power Bombs, Bombs, Spider Ball, and Space Jump.
And Light
And
or
Light
Annihilator.
Beam.
Or
Yeah.
Annihilator.
Well, you don't need Annihilator for Spider's Treasure. You just need Light Beam to get through to Vent Area A. That's all.
I mean, for Hazing Cliff.
Oh yes, yes, for the orbs, yes. But yeah, Vanilla Missile Tank in Dark Missile Trooper. So we'll see what Hive Chamber B has for us. This was actually technically in logic before we went to Aegon, since it had since we had early bombs. But let's see. Power Bomb Tank.
Lovely camera there.
Yeah, the camera's probably the most dangerous thing in a Morph Ball, and you can face in Morph Ball mode. Next to Boost Guardian. Oh, Lokier is going to save warp using the Hive save station. Either that or just plain safety save.
Dark Beam was at Trial Tunnel.
Yeah, or as the community has lovingly called it, the Broom Closet.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you stayed in Trial Tunnel long enough to heal up and suddenly the guy from Stanley Parable just plays his broom closet spiel?
I don't know what that is.
Um, Stanley Parable is like one of those, it's one of those games you play for the humor and the, what happens if you don't do what the narrator tells you type games.
Uh,
But it looks like Lokir is going to check Storage Cavern B, rather. Depot B is, first Prime game, but it does have Light Beam. Now we have Hazing Cliff access.
oh, man, if Lokir had Dark Beam, he could check Plane of Dark Worship.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate that, missing one critical tool for that, but with power bombs in tow for Crash, that also is a way back from GFMC, so now we don't have to have a nightmare scenario where it's possible that the C could be hardlocked if you had only one shot to go through GFMC and all the other backtrack items weren't available. But yeah, that is a... Given where missiles were, that is a mildly root spot for Light Beam. It's not the worst out there, but it's definitely not nice either. You see that it was a beam-related upgrade in... what's
Nice
it called?
dupe.
Yeah, duping a pair of energy tanks is always welcome, and especially when you're tankless when you get there. And Lokir is in fact going to go ahead and check the item on the ship, and that looks like something important. It's the other suit.
Light suit. Okay.
So once we get Emerald Translator, that is a Fortress Transport access in play. Luckily, we can get back here with power bombs.
The reason those bugs blew up is because Cannonball. And instead of activating the cannon, you had to use standable terrain to get up there.
Yeah.
So it's not to lose Cannonball.
Yeah, that is a, chat points out, that is a very early logical light suit, since we have power bombs to get back here. So, yeah, we might actually have something in Feeding Pit today, like a Sky Temple key. I wouldn't be surprised if it's at least a Sky Temple key. That looked like something else important in Transport A access, Seeker missiles.
Ah.
Now that item is currently out of logic, technically, because we don't have either A, Emerald Translator, or B, Dark Visor, well, Seekers, yeah, but we don't have Dark Visor. But Lokir will use a save warp to get back to start. For those not familiar, if you choose to decline a save in the randomizer, you may choose to press X 3 times to warp to start, which in this case we have set to the main energy controller, so that gets us past the Emerald door. So that pretty much is going to be it for Lokir's trip through, second trip through Temple Grounds. We'll have to go back, is pretty much about to get railroaded into that, Dark Beam, assuming he doesn't go for Vent Area A.
I'm trying to think where else he could go. I mean, I guess he could go to Torvus, but he would still have to save warp out once he gets there because you need Dark Beam to go further.
Yeah, you need Dark Beam to go past Torvus Lagoon, that's right. And no screw attack, so no air underwatering for a Sky Temple key.
Or he could go to the side of Taurus. No, he needs Emerald. Never mind.
Yeah, we pretty much can't get past the first room in Torvus without Dark Beam. But it looks like Lokir is going to go check the landing site hint. Actually, Hall of Honor Dead is doable with Lokir's equipment because of Cannonball.
Beam related. Was
That
that
was
missile?
missile.
Oh,
I think, I could be wrong, but I think that was Annihilator Beam on Crash's screen in bioenergy production, but I need another look.
ooh, first try supers. And we have a visor, apparently.
Looks like it. Looks like Echo,
Yeah.
and that is indeed Annihilator in bioenergy production. Well, Dark Samus just got free for Crash. That's with power bombs already in tow. Got an out of logic check of storage C here for a power bomb tank. Crash electing to pick it up. Alright, so that Echo is currently only locked by Boost Ball. Other than that, it's pretty much, other than that, we could be, that could be important later. I have a feeling we might have another Sank Seed. Yeah, it looks like Crash is just going to continue all the way through labs. He's going to be missing out on Light Beam for a while until he returns to Temple Grounds, but the thing is, in Aegon specifically, Light Beam doesn't unlock a huge number of checks. Right now, in Crash's case, the only thing it's really leaving out is Vent Area A.
I didn't see Crash get cannonball.
Yeah, Crash got Cannonball. Went through Command Center first, then went back out. As Chad points out, we do have some very nice divergence going on here, and it's all because Crash. The main reason is because Crash decided to go back for transport center before continuing the Aegon dive, and that netted him missiles early, which let him go to Trial Tunnel to pick up Dark Beam.
Yeah. Yeah, one different move can make a huge difference.
Chad also points out, yeah, the Yeet Beams didn't affect Crash, so that's another way you can tell Cannonball was working perfectly as intended.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to say that's how I could tell.
But yeah, with Power Bombs and Annihilator Beam in tow, this four Power Bombs, enough would do the trick, but yeah, Annihilator...
Yeah. You cut out.
Dream playback?
There you go.
But let's see what Dark Samus was guarding today. Another red key.
Figures. Yeah.
Well, if we find Spider Ball sooner rather than later, we may have to go back, if Morbus is required, we may have to... Actually, the key in Junction side, assuming it is an Aegon key, that's actually not a bad spot for it, because it's already right next to a Morbus. And we now know all beam-related upgrade hints are useless, and that item I don't think is... I think that's a missile tank, but I'm not sure. Look too RNG, and we already have all the missile upgrades, so... Might have been Amber Translator. Whatever it is, Crash can't get it until he picks up Spider Ball. And hopefully preserves Cannonball.
You're just gonna be mad when he finds this.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3
On
anger
the-
shots.
On the plus side, Mining Station B is in play. Actually, Mining Station B is dangerous. That would require a Cannonball give up. Unless you BSJ'd or did something fancy to get the item. On the subject of Amber Translator, there it is.
Yeah, you can.
I think.
That's Brock Visor.
Okay. Well, that's your other way back to...
You can slope. Yes, you can slope jump out of Mining Station B. On top of those crates.
I was more talking about the BSJ to get the item
Oh, right.
as well, because normally you have to go up a cannon as well to to get
Yeah,
to
that's
the
for sure.
top of the drill, to the drill switch. But yeah, that's so both visors early. So, we're getting a lot of items, but we really haven't gotten to do a lot with them per se. Granted, you know, we don't have. Well, actually, no, we have Torvis access through Temple Grounds.
And the side now that I believe. No, never mind. I was I'm
Technically,
getting my visors fixed up.
yeah, technically, well, they technically could still go from the temple to, from the elevator to the temple, but they don't have, boost ball, so it's out of logic. But they can get through Torvis the other way anyway, so it's okay. The point is they can reach the temple, from either
Yeah.
direction, so. I think Crash just wants to double check what this is. Oh, he's getting the light ammo, so that way he can have essentially a pseudo annihilator beam until
Yeah,
he
you
picks
can.
up light, which is going to be about 25 steps from here.
Yeah, this way you can shoot Annihilator without having to charge it.
It's actually kind of funny. Both runners having kind of have to work a little bit to get their main beams here. Even Crash fired the triple volley of frustration at that, but at least gets to check Plane of Dark Worship on top. And could even go get the key in, well, actually, no, he hasn't picked up Seekers yet. But Lokir, if he so chose, could get the key in a Cursed Lake. Oh, no, he can't because he doesn't have Dark Visor. Somebody is missing something for everything. Oh, that looks important. That would be a progressive grapple. That's actually something you really do want to find before you go to Torvis. Grapple Beam does you a lot of favors, especially in Abandoned Worksite and Path of Roots. Yeah, it's kind of... Chet's wondering if this is a jet seat or not, but it's still too early to say because of the things we have seen, we have not seen a Sky Temple key. In fact, the only major progression item we're actually missing are the ball upgrades and gravity and the other and screw attack. So we've already kind of half filled the tracker, and it's only been 35 minutes. Crash about to pick up a pair of energy tanks, Seekers, and light suit. Now here's a fun fact. If you're playing random elevators and you come through this way with screw attack or power bombs, but you get to the gate from the other side, you do have to just reload that room and the gate will become vulnerable to power bombs. Although, Crash might also elect to make a quick pit stop to check Grand Wind Chamber. Now, Crash was not able to check Ink Cache 1, actually, no, Crash saw a Battleground already because of the supers. Gonna get another hint here that says the Hive Temple keys are out there, but we kind of don't need them. And did that say that one of the Ink Hive keys were in Dark Aegon Wastes?
I missed it.
Let me double check my playback. Yeah, Dark Aegon, Sank, and Torvis. So the one Inghive key they scanned earlier was the Inghive key for the only Inghive key in Aegon, which means the Inghive key in the key in what's it called? Junction Site is in fact an Aegon key.
Good to know.
And that looked like a Sky Temple key in Oh, Lokir's gonna go get hints. This is not a bad play at all. You've got the equipment to get it, might as well just get him now. Find out your shopping list. Crash has meanwhile sequenced broken Grand Wind Chamber via scan dashes to get Sonic Boom and Wind Chamber Gate. Gonna have to get back though.
What did you say you saw in SDK? Was it Grand Wind Chamber or
No, War Ritual Grounds.
Okay.
I think it was War Ritual Grounds, but let's see. Forgotten Bridge,
Forgotten
that's
Bridge.
free. And yeah, he's gonna write these down. Which is good because it gives us time to double check.
Watch Station.
Okay, so we have to go to Sank. And we need Spider Ball. Under Transit 1, that's okay. Torvis Energy Controller, that's free. So far so good, if a little bit widespread. Transit Station, okay, well main power bombs are already known, so that's free. Great Bridge, that's also free. Lokir's gonna be hurting without these power bombs.
Speaking of hurt, Crash just said, "Now that hurts" in the race time chat. I wonder why.
Sank Energy Controller, Accursed Lake, and that's why it hurts. And Sacrificial Chamber. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently in Spider Ball Go mode.
Had to give up Cannonball. That does
Actually, I think we're also technically in Boost Ball Go mode. I'm trying to think, but yeah, that's not asking a whole lot today. Yeah, Grapple Guardian, Under Transit 1, so both of the upper, lower Dark Torvis. Yeah, that's a lot of words. Both of the upper, lower Dark Torvis checks. Watch Station's pretty good. Actually, theoretically, they could get away without Boost Ball this seed, couldn't they? I'm just trying to think. Transit Station doesn't need it. Because you can absolutely go through Sank via the other way. You can even go through, Vault Side. Once you get down there. Although, you would need Screw Attack to skip the Boost Ball requirement for the statue. It's possible to do with a slope jump too, so... Yeah, it's possible to get away without it this time.
I'm sorry, I was,
Oop, there is a major upgrade in Spider's Treasure.
I missed most of what you were saying. I was, looking at, I was multitasking.
That's alright, but I'm just trying to think. We might actually not need Boost Ball this seed. Because I'm trying to think. There's not a whole lot of there's not a whole lot out there that needs it. Great Bridge doesn't need it. Forgotten Bridge doesn't need it. Torvis Energy Controller doesn't need it. Watch Station doesn't need it. Grapple Guardian doesn't need it.
Might just need Spider Ball.
Yeah, I think you do.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I think the only thing you might need Boost Ball for is maybe Watch Station. Wait, does Watch Station need Spider Ball? No, Watch Station doesn't need Spider Ball. That's done with bomb jumps.
Well, I mean, logically, yeah, logically you do, but
oh yeah, to go around, you got to go around still from.
You need it for the top item. I know that, but not to open up the portal.
So yeah, Lokir being able to preserve this if Lokir is able to preserve this cannonball, this will be a big deal here. But Crash is going to go ahead and check the Accursed Lake key, and that'll be our first Sky Temple key of the day. But yeah, we're not looking for much here. At worst, we're looking for a couple of ball upgrades and screw attack. And maybe a translator or two, but
I
that's
did
about
not
it.
know if supers could hit those. They always miss when I try it. It's weird.
Maybe the ink cache hadn't moved around enough, I don't know.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, that key is in a pretty bad spot.
Didn't know those were standable.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah,
We say that a lot in these races.
because it's true.
Also, Annihilator is broken in the Dark World. But yeah, so Lo here has the knowledge of hints, but has not gotten an. I don't even think Annihilator is required either. Because I'm trying to think. Yeah, none of those checks were Annihilator locked. So, at this point, Annihilator is pretty much just a convenience at the moment. Now, the other problem is we know an item is in Hall of Combat Mastery. That could either be a translator, a grapple, gravity boost, or that's about it. Or boost ball. It cannot be. It can't be spider. Now, Looker's got to be careful to, not go into the cannon. Shoutouts to that one tournament race that had cannonball and mining station access.
By the way, you don't hear me crunching, do you?
Just a little bit.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Alright, so Lokir's gonna run back to labs. Let's see where he decides to take this. I think he's just gonna full clear labs, because he's still looking for a few things. Doesn't want to leave anything behind, especially since his Dark Beam came late. Does have Feeding Pit access. Could you imagine a Spider Ball and Feeding Pit? It's totally possible now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lokir's got 2 items up for grabs here in Feeding Pit and in Cache 1. Crash could not check these earlier due to a lack of Light Beam. Nice hitbox. To answer a question, chat, main power bombs are currently in Mine Shaft.
So really needed that missile. Willing to sacrifice. Oh, maybe want to get rid of that.
Yeah, it reloads the room and gets rid of the night barbs.
The reason I said that is because going in there, getting that item, takes a bit of time to reload that room.
Yeah, the same with Storage D as well, which is why most runners will just skip Storage D's check until they actually defeat Dark Samus, so the room reloads to make the reactor core item visible. Now, Crash is actually going to be in a bit of a bind here. Will not be able to pick up Echo Visor due to losing out on Cannonball.
Do we know if it's required?
Echo Visor, I don't think we have had a case yet where it is. I don't think so. And yeah, Crash ain't happy. Yeah, and with Boost Ball currently nowhere in sight, who knows how long it'll be before Crash can boost and pick that up again. And again, we're not even sure if it's required at this point. We know this is a beam-related upgrade, so this is going to be junk. Extra line ammo doesn't hurt, though.
Yeah, it could help with the noise.
Yeah, well, technically Amorbus is still out of play, which may be sort of a blessing for our, which will be a blessing for our runners for now. They don't have to worry about that junction site key until they find Spider Ball. Crash electing not to check Sky Temple key hints yet. Kind of surprised at this. Maybe he just not used to having supers and seekers this early, or just wanted to check the hint. And that probably implanted the thought in his mind that maybe there's a bunch more hints I should go get, considering I only have one key. If we, you know, really bad spot where Screw Attack could be? Powerbomb Guardian or Dark Oasis.
Yeah, and then if there was like something on the Screw Attack ledge, and
I need to take another look at Crash's. I need to take another look at Crash's screen, because now we know it's not a Sky Temple key in War Ritual Grounds, and I'm just gonna look on the playback real quick and see what that actually was. Now it's bugging me. It looks like an ammo tank, maybe. Now it looks like Lokir dropped out of the portal to go fight Dark Samus, so it doesn't have Annihilator Beam or Power Bomb, so it is going to have to deal with this fight the hard way. Turns out, Light Beam is pretty effective here.
Yeah, mainly because it's easier to hit with. Although Dark Beam, I would argue that she's weak to Dark Beam since she's technically a light enemy in the light world, but I've heard conflicting takes on that.
Well,
But
it depends on if a charged Dark Beam manages to also get the extra Dark DOT, but I think generally
that's what does. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in this fight she is neutral to both weapons.
Except the extra particles on charged Dark Beam.
Yeah, and also Annihilator, obviously, but yeah, Light and Dark deal neutral damage, and Light does 20, Dark does 15, so generally uncharged Light is the better for the occasional shot.
Oh, okay, I didn't know the actual number.
And yeah, Crash is seeing the hints here, and yeah, again, the keys are in pretty generous locations. Really, the only thing we're missing that would be really nice at this point are ball upgrades. And given that a lot of stuff is actually in Sank, we probably will see them in Torvis sooner rather than later. I just realized there are 2 keys in energy controllers today. Not often we get that many energy controller keys. I actually just noticed, Lokir's camera seemed to adjust just fine to that ramp not having boost ball.
It's probably because he was on the other side.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it always seems to do that on the side where you get to a slot.
Alright, so Crash has elected to save scum the hints after writing them down, so this will put Crash back at the... I think this is the ship. There was a hint for Hall of Combat Mastery, but it can't be Spider Ball. The only thing it could be is, it could be Boost, it could be a Translator, it could be Screw Attack. It could be Gravity. And to explain something else in chat, Spider Ball can't be an Airy because you needed to get around the gyro. So that way you can boost into Airy, so you need both ball upgrades for Airy. Nice super. Is gravity needed this seed? I'm trying to think. I don't think so, actually. I think it is absolutely possible to get to, yeah, it's absolutely possible, because Grapple Beam lets you use the Gathering Hall portal. So you can absolutely, and you could just use Boost Ball to turn the cranks in Training Chamber. So yeah, you could, this seed you could get away without Gravity Boost. I don't think you would want to, but you could theoretically get away without it. Now that we've said that out loud, Spider Ball will be on Alpha Blog. Sure, Lokier wishes he had that Annihilator Beam about 2 minutes ago. And let's see how Crash decides to go about this. Crash has already given up Cannonball, so probably won't feel bad about checking Vent Area A now. Mining Station B.
Has Lokier checked that? I don't think so.
Lokier's not checked Vent Area A yet.
Spider could be there.
Could be. Could have just been chilling there this whole time. But it looks like Crash is going to peek Mining Station B here. This is still out of logic right now without Boost Ball, but Storage A can be retrieved. Looks like an energy tank. And what is Storage A? Another E-tank. Another thing that Chad pointed this out about 10 minutes ago, but we still haven't gotten any additional translators either, so this has been a very hint-starved seed as well. Besides the key hints. In fact, yeah, out of the 5 Violet hints, 2 of them were the Red Temple key locations. So yeah, we haven't really gotten that much good intel, this seed.
On the flip side, they have gotten a lot of good items.
Yeah, their movement and offensive equipment are great, and early light suit is also nothing to sneeze at, but at the same time, it's just, they now have so much to check with no real intel on what to avoid, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And without that intel, it's best to just kind of go based off of the items you have. What can you do with them? Where can you go?
Yeah, I think Crash
And where are
is
the
going to start...
SDKs?
Yeah, I think at this point Crash is going to start acting on the intel of the major item in... Oh, well, speaking of major items, that looks like Spider. It is indeed Spider. Spider Ball, literally on the front door to Spider's treasure.
Yeah.
I think Feeding Pit is on Crash's mind, though, so I think he wants to get that first.
Yeah. Might hold off on a Morbus till he gets a hit.
Alright, Lokier encountering main power bombs now. All things considering... Ooh. Uh-oh.
Oh. Never thought of that.
Nice recovery there.
Huh. I'll have to try that. Next time I fail that.
And yeah, that's definitely an E-tank in Mining Station B. And with main power bombs in tow, Lokier can go check Storage A, but is going to have to be careful on the way out if he wants to preserve Cannonball, doing the slope jump as you mentioned earlier. And I actually have to thank Bash Prime for letting me know about this. There is actually a very distinct, there is an important distinction in the Boost and Spider Ball model that lets you know which power-up is which. Turns out it's the size of the red dot on the yo-yo. Very nice BSJ from Loki to get that energy tank. But yeah, as it turns out, Spider Ball has a significantly larger red dot at each edge of the yo-yo, because that's what Dark Suit looks like, let's be honest.
Oh, you could BSJ here too.
Yeah, I would have... Yeah, I'm not familiar with this BSJ. I've been getting better at them, but yeah, this is definitely some advanced level trickery here. For those not familiar with what a bomb space jump is, that is a trick where you essentially get a space jump after unmorphing because you are still considered grounded 2/5 of a second after leaving the ground. So if you obstruct the camera between Morph Ball and Samus, but if you put a wall between the Morph Ball and the camera, when you unmorph, because the camera's obstructed, Samus will essentially unmorph instantly. Happens a lot in Prime 3. But during that instant unmorph, you have 2/5 of a second to get a jump, assuming you just came off the ground. But yeah, it's not space jump, but it's unless you have space jump. But you get the idea.
Yeah.
I hope.
He must not know about the slope jump off of those crates.
Yeah, although unfortunately we do know Lokir kind of needs to go to Ventilation Area A anyway, so...
Yeah, he's gonna lose it anyway.
Yeah, unless Screw Attack were to just magically show up somewhere, this is gonna cost him his Cannonball. Yeah, it's already been like 2 or 3 minutes. At this point, I would sack Cannonball and just say, you know what, Cannonball, you've been good to me, but I need to get things done. Yeah, a way you can get the camera to manipulate the camera properly is to just inch forward as you roll. Now, what is that major item in there? That looks like a translator, Amber. So, does that put Boost Ball in Sand Cache?
Maybe.
That'd actually be very rude if it was. Because Light Beam, you had to go get Missile Launcher and Aegon, Light Beam in Temple Grounds, and then come Spider Ball in Vent Area A, and then come back to Aegon to get go get Amber, and then come back to Aegon to get whatever's in Sand Cache, assuming it's even in there. That's pretty rude.
It's giving up.
Alright, Culling Chamber looks like an energy tank. Now we call this area the Spider's Treasure because it's 3 items in close proximity, and usually 9 times out of 10 it's something good. There's something good in here. In this case it was just Amber Translator, but 2 energy tanks are also nothing to sneeze at. Although at this point, I mean, depending on player preference, of course, they are pretty safe on energy tanks, especially with Light Suit in tow.
There's some interesting conversation in the race time chat. Diggle says, this seat is an abject lesson in why wall crawling doesn't save time if you have doo-doo routing. Also a lesson in why it's important to have eyes and also use them. I wonder what he's been doing. Bet he's not being restreamed.
Good question. Sanctuary, to answer your question in chat, Hall of Combat Mastery had the Amber Translator. So that opens up 1 item, and technically the front door to Torvis, but we already had access to that anyway from the other side. Now, what is in the Dynamo Works tunnel? An energy tank. Well, honestly, we hope that's not important at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think at this point we're looking for either Boost Ball or Screw Attack, and then we're pretty much in business. And we know that the former cannot be an Airy. Crash is also going in here without picking up the power bombs. Do not work on quad legs. Lokier may have been aiming for the head, though. Power bombs do work on the head. Cannonball also has some interesting... Oh, actually, Lokier cannot kill the squad now. Because, no bombs, no boost ball.
Yeah, the only way you can kill it without boost is killing the head. Sorry, the bottom first. You have to back up really far away from it, and then once it does its laser attack, roll under it, and bomb the little red light under it.
Yeah, but it looks like Lokier got around that problem just by making a beeline for the spider track. Well done.
Yeah.
The last 10 minutes can be basically described in Lokier's words as nice recovery. Saving game power bombs too. And what is that over there? I have no idea.
Kind of looks like dark ammo.
Crash electing not to slow the gyro down. I'm actually surprised with Dark Visor Seekers he chose not to activate the orb cannon. I would have done that and just used kill the quad that way. Actually, this is a soft lock. Unless Crash wants to scan dash his way back up. Because we know this is a key.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we know this is a key. So Crash must have something in mind. Hopefully has some way back. He did just save at Gyro save station, so he's not going to lose much if he takes if he realizes what happened. But yeah, logically this is a soft lock.
Yeah, the only way you can get out is either with a BSJ and temple access or a scan dash to the Annihilator door.
Crash is going to mean for us here. Hear the words of O'Lear, last sentinel of the fortress temple. May they serve you well.
Yeah. If you could see me, I have my arms raised and I'm like twirling in the air like the animation.
I only had one arm out. The other time I pushed the talk button. But yeah, let's see how Crash chooses to assess this scenario.
Ultra? Dash?
Looks like scan dash. And looks like this is going to be a soft lock for Lokier too. So yeah, they both met up here.
Hmm. They can get out if they know the tricks to get out. They're just not easy.
The screamer droids here giving Crash a little bit of trouble. I call these screamer droids just because they are loud.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Not quite.
I wonder if you could morph in the air and latch onto the spider track that way.
It's probably possible. Probably just requires a little of... Crash, you have seeker missiles.
Yeah, you need seekers to shoot both targets at the same time. I think that's the only way they die.
Yeah. And now you're listening to the reason why we call them screamer droids. What is this? Lokier's trying another method. Is this a BSJ into a instant morph?
Probably.
Probably just wanted to get the Screamer droid out of the way. I see the glistening glow of a power bomb drop, though. Yeah, if they can get either to the Sentinel's path door or the entrance, the access door, they can get out, but they just have to get there first. I am now very curious to... I'm pretty sure Spider Ball is just chilling in Torvis somewhere. They have had Torvis access pretty much ever since... Actually, no. I stand corrected. They just got Torvis access because of that Amber Translator. Wow. All things considering, that's actually a very... This seat has suddenly gotten rude quick.
Did Lokir say? I know Crash did.
I don't think so.
What if
Yeah.
Lokir?
Yeah, Lokir got the BSJ, but didn't latch onto the track.
Do you remember when his last save was?
Lokir's last... excuse me, Lokir's last save was... That is a very good question. I'm actually surprised Crash is still committing to this at this point, especially since he's really only giving up a Sky Temple key if he resets, unless he didn't actually save at the save station. Which he might have not. I'm not 100% sure, actually. Oh, but it looks like Lokir got out.
Oh, nice.
Well done. Fun fact, by the way, Cannonball does 4 times as much damage to res bits. I'm actually surprised, given they both knew this was a Sky Temple key, why they chose to commit to it. Unless they just wanted to get it out of the way now, because not Sky Temple, Sank Energy Controller is admittedly kind of out of the way by comparison to everything else in Sank.
Yeah, to backtrack to at least.
Alright, so what Lokir is doing here is a instant unmorph, or a roll jump as we call it, to try and clear enough horizontal distance to be yeeted to the other side of watch station access, like so.
Yeah.
When using some terminal fall abuse.
I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Surely. But yeah, that's a pretty good advantage for Lokir, because it will now be able to pick up the Sky Temple key here in Watch Station. Furthermore, we'll be able to open up Aerial Training Site, which honestly isn't going to do him that much good, because no screw attack. And Crash has decided, yep, time to reset. Lokir also nailing the double dip of the watch station puzzle. Normally you need two passes to get this, but with a very precise, or by just letting the game ease you out of the bomb slot just a bit, you can roll back to the top of the gate and bomb jump onto the spider track, saving you about a minute or so, and a considerable amount of frustration in backtracking. Quick pit stop now to Lokir for Central Area Transport West here. Another item up for grabs. Might check the item in main research while he's at it. Let's see. Energy tank. And indeed he will check the item. It is a missile. Making his way to transit station. We know this is a key. probably going to see some BSJ shenanigans here. More BSJ shenanigans from Loki to get this early. Without having to do this portal puzzle. Yeah, the easier way to avoid this puzzle would be a slope jump screw attack, but unfortunately, we're still missing screw attack. This item is, this key is in logic with just Spider Ball, no need for boost. I'm still very curious to know where this boost ball is. Looks like Lokir is just getting a tiny bit less height than he would like. Yeah,
I forgot to unmute myself.
Oh, yeah, we didn't hear anything.
No, I was saying it could be in Cat West. Boost could be.
Lokir just checked Cat West and it was an energy tank.
Okay.
And there he goes. Nails the 3 BSJ. He's going to get the Transmutation key nice and early. Well, early in a relative term.
Oh, they're all the way over here. I thought they were. I was getting my numbers mixed up. Okay.
Yeah, Crash has elected to reset, and it did put him in Hive Save Station like I predicted, so he's okay.
Okay.
So yeah, he is just going to have to go back for that key. Remember to go back for that key later. But yeah, I would definitely say Lokir does have a distinct advantage at this point for just being able to preserve that Sky Temple key. And it looks like Lokir is going to lower Torvis. This is a very interesting decision here. I'm surprised he decided to not check, Oh, he's going for a power bomb drop. Never mind. He needs one to get back to reactor core. Can Boost be on Spider Guardian? No, it cannot. You need Boost Guardian to go up some half pipes during the fight.
You need Boost, not the Guardian.
Lokir did not check the item. Unless Lokir thinks, what are his remaining keys? Great Bridge, Watch Station? Not Great Bridge, not Watch Station, rather. Great Bridge, Forgotten Bridge. He's still gonna need, Boost Ball or Gravity if he wants to go to, if he wants to get under Transit, not under Transit 1, if he wants to get, oh no, he doesn't even need those. Wait. Yeah, he needs one of those too. He needs Booster Gravity to get to Dark Lower Torvis. Unless he plans on air underwater R jumping or something like that. Oh, and it looks like Lokir is going to... Oh, I see what Lokir is going to do. He's going to go to check main gyro.
Wait, do you say air underwater R jumping?
Well, oh, right, because R jumping is not really a thing in... what's it called? But I know you can do you can space jump your way to the non-secret platform in Lower Torvis without gravity, but it's finicky.
Okay. I've only tried it with screw attack, so I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like Crash is out of power bombs. Oh, nope, he's got plenty of power bombs, but is not getting the key yet.
A little confused.
Oh, I know why no one's getting the reactor. Well, actually, they could get the reactor core item without boost ball. They could just do a 3BJ up to the first floating core and just spider onto that and just stand on it.
Well, I mean, you don't even need boosts for any of them.
No, you don't.
They have suits. That's Interesting.
But yeah, we are. This is not often we say we're in a boost or gravity go mode. I do give props to both of these runners for, given how little information we've acquired this seed. They've both been doing fairly well.
Yeah.
Ooh, Crash actually has to not blow the head up here. Yeah, Crash isn't going far enough away. There we go.
Yeah. The tricky part about going far enough away is you may not always make it back in time.
Yeah, the quad's hitbox, or the quad's vulnerability duration is generous, but it's not that generous.
Yeah, and they tend to only want to cooperate when the camera's turned away from them. I don't know why, but it always seems to happen that way for me. Because when the camera's turned away, it can like make navigating back over there a little awkward.
Indeed. Lokier is now back in a Cursed Lake. He's going to pick up the Sky Temple key there. That's going to be, I believe, his fourth. I think Crash is probably following suit here. Well, not suit, key, but you get the idea. Actually, Crash already has the accursed, Crash already has the Accursed Lake key. So I think Crash is just going to go to Torvis now. It's actually crazy. We just got logical Torvis access through that Amber translator, and it required a cannonball sack. Well, no, it didn't. You could have gone from the other. No, it required a cannonball sack because Spider was in Vent Area A. That was a one-way entrance. So yeah, if I'm getting my, and yes, to answer a question, chat, Cannonball by logic is not required, but it is a great sequence breaker. Alright, Crash making the way to Torvis. But yeah, if I have my, if I'm reading the logic correctly, then the way for this seed, the seed was expecting to play out was, missiles and bombs to missiles to dark and light. I just realized both dark and light were missile locked. So yeah, bombs to missiles to dark and light to Spider Ball to Amber Translator to Torvis, and main power bombs in behind Dark Beam. Amorphous could very well have had our boost, because Amorphous has been in play ever since Spider Ball. Since we know the last key is in Junction Site.
You know, just haven't had a direct reason to go there. No hint pointing us there.
Yeah, no hint, and again, we've just been so hint-starved this game, and it's not often we say that. Usually in a vanilla colors seed, we get Emerald pretty early, because usually Emerald will be a key back from Transport A access or to go through Underground Tunnel, which usually 9 times out of 10 has progression, but has been the case since 2.3, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Looks like a missile tank in Torvis Lagoon. No need to do anything fancy for that now.
It's not often that you see a Torvis this late.
Yeah, especially in the weeklies. Typically, up until about a month ago, oh, there's Boost. It was chilling right here in Path of Roots. That should put Crash in go mode.
Crash is not happy.
And that was behind Amber Translator. So yeah, that was a guaranteed Spider's Treasure Dive to get to Torvis.
And Bellator is finished in first place with a time of 1:23.32. GG's to Bellator.
But yeah, at this point they can do Under Transit 1 and Grapple Guardian without gravity boost. So yeah, they are definitely in go mode. Although, yeah, Crash can get back through Sank Energy Controller now. So yeah, they're basically just going to go through, grab their keys. Although Crash is choosing to go to Dark Torvis. Not sure what this is for. Unless he thinks he still needs gravity. Boost Ball was found. It was just chilling in Path of Roots. Which only semi-recently became in Logic thanks to Amber Translator. But yeah, it looks like Crash is doing a full sweep of Upper Dark Torvis. It's not a particularly long sweep. It is a few items, and you can... I think he's looking for gravity to speed up the process of getting to Lower Dark Torvis. And that is not the way to Upper Lower Dark Torvis.
Would have been the way out of that potential soft block earlier.
Not really, because the
no,
only thing that would have
right.
sent him was Spider Guardian, which you can't do without Boost Ball anyway, so...
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, so I would definitely classify this as a rude and busy seed. Rude and not busy, but rude and key scattered seed, but not really a terrible seed, all things considering. Because at this point we can easily skip any bosses. Besides Grapple Guardian, but Grapple Guardian's easy with just enough light beam ammo.
Yeah. I wonder if you could do Spider Guardian without boost, like with HPJs or something. Or half pipe bomb jumps.
I'm sure that some of our veteran runners in the community have some ideas around that. And yeah, Loki is just going to go ahead and get the Torvis Energy Controller key now. Ooh, missed it by that much.
So fast recovery.
Now this is where I just break out Annihilator and just go spamming it.
These pirates love to jump out of your lock on.
Yeah, Annihilator thankfully circumvents that, that misfortune. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what the actual logic path was, and yeah, it was bombs to missiles to well, with space jump in the middle, bombs to space jump and missiles to dark and light beams. The backtrack for light beam could be considered a little bit annoying, but not the worst ever.
Yeah.
Pick up main power bombs and spider ball. Go get Amber. Go get boost. And pick up a grapple along the way. And where do we find our grapple?
Plane of Dark Worship.
That's the one.
Also, Inner Slice and Gollop have finished in second and third place respectively. The times of 1:27.44 and 1:27.55.
Wow,
GG's to
that's nice
them.
and close. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see this seed as being solved pretty fast if you had gone straight for Spire's treasure. Yeah, we appear to still be trying to get Lokir back. Hang tight.
Can we switch audio?
Yeah, I got that. Never mind.
Oh.
But yeah, so I'm gonna assume Lokir picked up the energy controller key and then went straight down to Lower Torvis. But
Most
yeah,
likely.
unfortunately, our runners are gonna have to do this, as we like to call it, the hard way. Another way you can tell if you have gravity, if they picked up gravity, is the fog around the water is a little diminished, just like gravity suit in Prime 1. This particular Seeker's Door can be really finicky, but it looks like Lokir had no issue with it. It was actually pretty amazing how they both converged on Sank Temple real quick, but it was just Lokir's 3BSJ out that saved the trouble. Not quite sure why Lokir just decided to dip out of that. To answer a question in chat, Boost was in Path of Roots, which I think Inner Slice has. Also, Inner Slice, you did this without Boost Ball. You used Cannonball the whole game. Very nicely done. Oh, it looks like Lokir is doing something to try and get to the light side. I am surprised he doesn't just go the Seeker way and just use the boost cranks. But yeah, the logic expected you to go all the way to Spider's Treasure for Amber Translator, and that was your way into Torvis for Boost Ball. I am gonna just yeah, I'm gonna switch for a couple minutes to crash his audio until Lokir becomes a bit more stable. Sound warning. Sorry about that, folks.
Set it to yes, definitely comes with a boom bang from the screen.
That about sums it up. I turned it down. Hopefully it'll translate soon. It should be a little better. Still loud? Alright, let me see if I can do it. better, but yeah, let me know, chat. Actually, I'll just check my playback. But yeah, in the meantime, yeah, Lokir's gonna go ahead and grab the Under Transit 1 and Grapple Guardian keys. Yeah, I think Loki might have actually skipped Boost Bowl. Now that I think about it, he might have just gone straight for the Temple. In which case, interesting choice to skip Path of Roots. But because did he go from? No, he didn't go from Sankfall.
I don't even know anymore, to be honest, because slideshow. Just been watching Crash most of the time. In case it's worth noting, we still have, in addition to Crash and Lokir, we still have Diggle, Kazuto, and Sodium Chloride Logic racing.
Ooh, nice little sidestepping from Lokir to get around. Let Lokir just kind of stabilize for another minute, then we'll switch back to his audio. I say the magic words. These little woglings are kind of bullying Crash a little.
You could boom bang them with power bombs if you wanted to.
But yeah, that should be Inner Slice's... I'm trying to think if that's Inner Slice's last key. You got a Curse Lake. It's definitely at least the 8th key. I'm trying to just think where the last one might be, if at all. No, I think that's actually Inner Slice's last key. We'll see what happens when he chooses when he gets to the save station. But yeah, I think that might be Inner Slice's last key. Lokir's last key. Sorry, I'm looking at Inner Slice's name in chat, and I'm saying the wrong name. Sorry, Inner Slice. Sorry, Lokir. Just one of those days. Lokir has warp to start. I'm pretty sure Lokir does have all 9 keys. Crash is going to Alpha Block. I think he plans on making his way out through Powerbomb Guardian. And that would be a Torvis key. I think.
That would be his only way out at this point, since he's dropped down, and the cannon backup is blocked now.
I'm just trying to think of how. I think Lokir did do a do some underwater shenanigans to get to the Under Transit 1 area without boost, which, if so, very clever. Very well done.
Dark Seal says Lokir does have all 9.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We must have just miscounted one, like Watch Station.
And yeah, he did, because Lokir just finished in 4th place with a time of 1:38.42.
that might still take another minute to catch up on the restream.
GG's for here.
Yeah, and again, as a reminder to the audience, final bosses are not required in the weekly settings. You are just needed directly to credits. Cannonball makes this fight nice and trivial, though.
Excuse me, I hope you didn't hear that.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, Look here will hopefully be joining us for an interview momentarily. And yeah, Look here does say he'll be joining us in a moment. Up here. I've learned to sort of ID the audio cue between keys and items, because keys have a distinctly lower hum than the items.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a higher pitch and a little softer than a regular item hum. It also doesn't sort of tone pitch upwards gradually like an item does. Reaction will tell him where Bruce Ball was.
Where was that again? That was
Path of Roots.
Right.
Yeah, there were a lot of major items that we ended up not needing this week. We didn't need Echo Visor. We didn't need Dark Visor technically.
We didn't need Spider.
Actually, technically you did need Dark Visor to get back up out of Sank Energy Controller.
Did they need Spider?
Yeah, for Watch Station.
Oh yeah, okay.
But yeah, Cobalt wasn't needed. Amber was needed to get to Orbis, but that was it. So Amber was not useful. Yeah, this ended up being a surprisingly low item dense, low item heavy scene.
And we have Look here with us. GG.
So, Look here, you did all that boost list. That last half boost list. Nice job.
Yeah, that was fun.
So, did you... I can't remember. Did you, find... Do you want to know where Boost Ball was?
Yes.
Path of Roots.
Path of Roots. Yeah, I walked right past that.
Yeah, so your go mode was literally behind the Spider Treasure Amber translator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew I could... Okay, well I thought I could get the lower tortoise stuff before. What I didn't realize when I went down there was I was opening the door to Training Chamber, I think is the name of it, and I realized, oh, I need Boost Ball to go into that room. I was like, well, I know there's an underwater dash in this room, so that was a trick I had never attempted before, and I just happened to get first try. So, that was fun.
Yeah, shout out to the other trick you did to get out of Sank Temple.
Yeah, that was one that I found like a couple weeks ago because I trapped myself in there.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could get out that way.
Yeah, I was like playing around because I had everything but Boost Ball in that room when I went there. It was one of the weeklies that I either forfeited or like placed last. It was a terrible scene for me, and I like soft locked myself in there, and I was like, well, I think I started like theory crafting. I was like, I think I can BSJ into an instant morph. I don't know, and then it worked, and I was like, okay. Let me pull up the Speed Gaming stream. Going into Bank, I thought I could go into Lower Torvis, but I forgot, I didn't have boost. So that didn't work out, but then I was able to just save warp out of there. And then I feel like there was some other, excuse me, I feel like there was some other mistake that I kind of made near the end. I can't really remember.
Well, actually, between the two of you, very tight, actually. Crash went and got right after you ended up delaying Dark Beam, but got Light Beam earlier. Because that was in Storage Cavern B.
Yeah.
You both really met up and
Interesting.
both in the same scenario where you had a logical way out, so you had to improvise what that
Ah. Yeah. I went in there, I was like, okay, I've pulled this off in a weekly before, so I think I can do it again. So yeah, I was aware of that. I was like, I can escape without boost ball. But yeah, it's not really something you think about going into that room. You just think, oh, I need grapple to get across. You don't think, oh right, I need boost ball to get out. So let me pull up.
Suddenly my audio's gone silent again, so. Yeah, right now, we're just waiting for Crash to get to Sank Energy Controller and finish up here. So, like, Sank Energy Controller is
The tracker right now says he's got 7, so I don't know. Transit station, maybe?
Yeah, that's right. Didn't it look like I thought he skipped that because we weren't sure why. At least I wasn't sure.
Maybe just waiting to see if he could get screw attack or something to make it easier.
Yeah. Well, he already didn't he have a suit at that point? I mean, I think he had everything he needed for that transit station key when he was there.
You don't need
I mean, he's got light suits, so worst case, you can get transit station vanilla.
Yeah.
I was pretty happy with how I used Cannonball, but I was sad to get rid of it. But it ended up working out because I ended up going through Sank and stuff. But,
yeah, we could tell you tried for a long time to skip losing it.
Yep. I was really happy with that Dark Beam location because that was one of my last 2 checks.
Oh, okay. So you were happy with it. I thought you would be mad because Crash got it way earlier than you.
Oh no, the shots after Dark Beam, those were victory shots because it was either that or ventilation area, the room he's in right now. And if Dark Beam wasn't there, I would have had to lose Cannonball when I could have like kept it around a lot longer by not picking it up. So I was really happy with that Dark Beam.
Yeah, he ended up going. After was it Portal Terminal? He went back to the portal, went and got the item by the bomb slot, and that was missile launcher, which allowed him to get the trial tunnel item all in one go.
Oh yeah, that's right. I wasted some time in Mining Station B. That crazy VSJ on the scan post. I've done it with screw attack. I don't think I've ever done it without screw attack.
Yeah, I've never seen it done on the scan post before.
Yeah, that's something you only that's something you pick up when you do solo seeds without scan visor.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
there
I
is.
need to do that then. I need to figure that one out.
Yeah, I don't find it particularly easy, or at least, well, yeah. I mean, it's not the hardest slope jump, but it's like really hard for me to get consistent. But I would say overall, it's easier than a BSJ,
Yeah, definitely.
especially a 3 BSJ.
Alright, Crash is going back to St. Louis. I wonder if he relinquished his Java watch station and decided not down the money.
Mm.
If yeah, if he keeps saying, "Oh, he's back," that could make up for
And Digglerath is finished in 5th place with a time of 1:49:52. GG's.
Nice. Yeah, I think Crash and I both learned about grappling off that thing between Spider Guardian. Uh, one of the last seeds we did, Space Jump was in Dynamo Works.
Oh my.
So that was fun.
Crash is gonna beat for us some more. Oh no. He already listened to
He doesn't want to hear him play. Oh,
now this is Apollo terminals. He scanned the second words of O'Lear.
oh, I see. I'm watching the actual stream, so I'm a little behind, but yeah.
It's alright, Crash did hear the words of O'Lear earlier, so
That's excellent. I was considering that and picking up the EPM, but I didn't do either.
yeah, at least that was nice. Yeah, I think Crash is now gonna get a watch station. I think that's his next one. Yeah, there's really not much we can say about this seed off is considering because it really didn't require besides a lot of sank as it turns out.
Yeah, it was relatively jet, especially if you knew some tricks to get around.
Absolutely.
I'm very happy with how far my watch station access has come, which we're gonna see right here. Oh, never mind. He's been this way.
What did he learn?
Probably the pole at the edge of the probably
Oh,
the,
oh, I see.
yeah, he's trying to get around
I didn't know that.
unfortunately the res bits are shall we say frustrating.
Oh,
They're being resistant to letting her cross.
Expect to hear a lot of that in February.
oh gosh.
It's actually both of those drone can actually be pretty decent without compared to her. Because I think
Yeah, I noticed that, like, once I come down Cat West, and if I try to shoot a super at one of the quads from up top, then it crashes. But if I shoot it down there on the bottom, it doesn't.
yeah, I think the door it's probably has to do with the echo.
my guess would be he's not comfortable with the BSJ, but wanted to get the screw attack version of it. So, guessing he was hoping to find screw attack somewhere
But
else.
didn't he have Spider though?
Yeah, he had Spider, but like just I think it would be faster to come back and do the screw attack than to go through all the portals.
But wouldn't it take longer to come back later? I'm not getting it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really just guessing. I have no idea.
We can double check when he comes in for an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go to this save station because I didn't have boost, and I was also out of power bombs that I didn't really feel confident about killing the quad, so I had to wrap all the way around, which was not fun.
Yeah, we were wondering why you gone all the way back around.
Yeah, I'm not good at killing quads without boost ball.
It's still very curious to know what Gravity's super attack was. But yeah, Crash out all 19, so we're looking at it dashing to the Sky Gateway.
Yeah, boost ball probably would have helped me finish like 5-ish minutes earlier. Which probably would have been nice, but oh well. It also explains how people got their, besides just having better movement than me, the 123s and 127s. Probably they went to Torvis before Sanctuary, got that boost ball. Probably just a lot faster.
I'm surprised splash damage doesn't get those little pods or whatever they are.
Oh, Inner Slice, where was Gravity?
Oh.
Underground tunnel. Well, I never found Emerald, so.
Oh, and we just saw Crash get Emerald Translator in Sand Cache. Wow.
That's
For an essential mining station right next to Emerald. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't have Amber until Go mode, so I would not have seen that.
The Amber was late in general.
Yeah. I had no intention of going back to Aegon at the point that I got Amber, so I never would have gotten that hit.
Yeah, this is a very hint star to see that. Because Amber was practically go mode. You had Violet from day one. That's pretty much all you had. If you were chasing Emerald hints or Cobalt hints, you were basically off the right path. But Crash has finished first, and that is going to be an official race time GG time of, find it, 1:27:26. That would be good for 6th place overall.
we still have 2 other racers still racing. But we should be getting Crash in here soon for an interview.
Yeah, I'm sure. There's going to be a lot to talk about for this. It's just that Sank, getting out of Sank, that was probably the hardest part of the seed in general today for both of you.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. Yeah, I think every sync key on my end required some sort of interesting trick, and I pulled them all off pretty well, so I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn a few of these myself before next week if I'm gonna be competing in the tournament, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need them to have a good time. Although you both taught us some good stuff today with the standable terrain for the standable in-claw for a cursed lake, space jumping off the thing, the ramp to get to the portal terminal.
Yeah.
Sand switch.
That's my little creation, because I find the other way too hard. I don't know.
Yeah, it can be a little inconsistent depending on the angle of your slope jump, but you did. That was a good one. That definitely taught us something new today.
Glad to hear it.
Crash is having trouble with his mic, so he'll be a minute.
Tickle's comment.
All right, let's see.
Ew.
Oh yeah, plain and simple, short and sweet. But while we are waiting for Crash, we will just again go. We will again remind you folks again, go follow these runners because they put on a great show for you here today. Okay, the runner command decided it wanted to have a bad day. All right. But yeah, follow these two runners because they're both amazing.
Yeah.
And follow our commentators as well. They both play a lot of Echoes, a lot of Metroid Prime games, a lot of other content too. It's a good time.
We also want to take a minute to shout out Callum Chris, our tracker, Callum Chiss rather, our tracker today, who has done a great job making sure everybody knows who has what. Thanks for stepping in to help us out today.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so again, folks, while we are waiting, and Crash is joining us in the booth. Crash, GG to you.
GG.
Hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
GG.
I have mic troubles every single time I try to use a mic.
I work in audio and TV, so I know the feeling.
Yeah, but Discord just it doesn't want to register my mic for I set the input device to the headset I'm using, and it just doesn't pick up anything.
Do you have the noise suppression turned on? Because sometimes that can do that.
Yeah, that actually screwed up my Prime Weekly last week. My the noise suppression ended up, the echo reduction ended up making me sound like a robot. But yeah, Crash, what are your thoughts on that seed?
Went silent again.
Uh-oh. It appears we've lost him.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, I turned the noise reduction off, and then that stopped working.
Oh, cool.
Oh my. All right. Well, back to the seed for a bit. So yeah, talk us through that seed for us.
Well, the seed was fine. I just made a single execution error that cost me at least 20 minutes.
Going to Sank Energy Controller without boost ball.
Well, losing cannonball is what was the execution error.
Oh yeah, destroying the capsule.
Yeah, like
I
destroyed it, and that just
Oh no.
Yeah, like there is a way to get out of Sanctuary Temple without boost or screw.
Yeah, that's actually what I'll let Loki talk.
Yeah, there's two ways. There's a scan dash from the top, which I don't know how to do, and then a couple weeklies ago, I found that you can do BSJ. It's either a 2 or a 3 BSJ into an instant morph onto the spider track and get out, and that's what I did.
Okay, because I tried doing that like once, but I tried like a couple different things, like doing a scan dash and trying to do that, and it just didn't work, which I'm kind of upset about because I got the watch station access roll jump like pretty quickly
Yeah, that was
instead.
very well done.
But
Good job.
yeah, like if I hadn't lost Cannonball and if I had figured out how to get out of Sanctuary Temple somehow before resetting, then easily like I would have done so much better, so much faster because I would have never had to go back to Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Although, oh, good.
Yeah, for that one, the timing is basically the same as the Hall of Combat Mastery instant morph, but you just have to do a BSJ before it, which is why it's harder.
Oh, yeah. All right. That probably isn't too bad then.
It's definitely one I'm gonna try learning.
Yes.
Let's see. Did you find Screw Attack or Gravity?
Nope.
We did not, but apparently Inner Slice did. Underground Tunnel.
Oh man, but look, yeah, because when I found Emerald on the way back to Sank for the last time, I was mad. It felt like the seed was just taunting me.
Well, honestly, besides Emerald would have just been, if you're reading hints for Emerald at that point, you're just getting led far away from stuff.
Well, no, Emerald unlocks Underground Tunnel.
It does, but
Unless you do the bomb jump.
Right, but there was nothing else beyond that point anyway.
Yeah.
Probably the seed could have been done without Gravity.
Yeah, and that's what I did. It's just slow and annoying. Because you gotta fight the Torvis Gauntlet.
Pretty much.
Also,
Yeah.
Technically, the seed can be done without Boost Ball, which I discovered.
Yeah, Ligier ended up getting to Under Transit 1 without Boost Ball.
Oh, did you lose Cannonball or not pick it up?
I lost Cannonball before Sank, so I was kind of in the same situation as you.
Oh,
but,
okay. So you just knew how to get out of that room.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I went to Hydro Dynamo and I was like, oh wait, I need Boost Ball to like do the training chamber spinner, and I had walked past Boost Ball. I didn't know it was in Path of Roots until the interview. I just walked straight past it because I assumed I was in go mode, and I was like, well, I know there's an underwater dash in this room, so I just attempted it. I've never done it before, and I ended up getting it, so I was like, okay.
Nice.
I guess I'm good.
It's pretty good.
With that said, is there anything else you two want to say before we close out?
I forgot that if you scan the Luminoth holo projectors when you have the translator, it plays a different message.
Yeah,
I tried to. Yeah, because the first time I went in there, I did hear the words of O'Lear, but the second time I tried to do it again, and he said something else, and I was just confused.
Thank you.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, where was Cobalt?
Cobalt was in Crash. You found it. It was in. It was right at the end too. It was someplace kinda silly.
Yeah. I should remember it because like
somewhere in Temple Grounds, I think.
Maybe.
Like Fortress Transport Access or something?
No, I didn't go there.
It wasn't there. No one went there because Emerald was so late.
Yeah.
What was it? I just got it. Like, how do I ever forget what it was? I remember Emerald more. That one's stunned.
It was in Dark Torvis. It was in Cache.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
And if you're wondering, Echo was in Hall of Honor dead. Completely unnecessary.
I saw it after losing Cannonball.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, no,
that's
man.
devastating.
Yeah.
Luckily, you didn't need it.
Oh, yeah. Like, the most it would have done was, like, if I had found Gravity, I could have gone up through main research to go back.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But that's all I would have done.
All right. Well, with that, again, we do want to remind you, follow the two runners. Can you do me a huge favor, since the runner command is not working properly? Can you go into SG3's chat and put your Twitch names in there so that the lovely folks in chat can follow you too.
Sure.
And also, again, we'd like to remind you folks that we do have a tournament coming up in a couple of weeks. We are going to be having our Metroid Prime 2 Randomizer 2021 Randomizer tournament. We hope to see you there when we get the morph ball rolling on that.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yep. Very excited.
That was kind of a forced pun.
Well, I didn't think of it until the last second, so. But with that said, folks, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you next mission. But also, don't forget that we also have the Metroid Prime 1 Randomizer Weekly tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So we've got more Prime for you tomorrow. Have a nice night, folks, and see you next mission.
See ya.
See you next mission.
See ya.